Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a layout for Traci Reed Designs, and it is the Instagram hop. So I will have in the description box below a link to my Instagram. You can hop along and see what everyone has created. We are using the new Carefree collection from Traci Reed. It is the new collection for July, and so it just released. And so if you want to grab it while it's on sale, it's a great time. You can check that out in the description box below to Traci's website. So I am working on this layout, and I'm also playing along with off the board. So you saw at the beginning and it just popped up in the corner. I'm using a scrap lift from, I believe this is Nikki Rowland, and I am scrap lifting this layout. So you see me here building my background. So I have that plaid paper that I have taken the center out of. I'm going to map my photos with that. And then I have the pink pattern paper with the sort of oranges, limes, and lemons, and then I have the yellow lemon paper, and then I have this orange heart, and I am just tearing the papers to get them in the sizes that I need, or in the torn edges, I guess I should say, so I can layer them up like the scrap lift has. And so I'm getting everything lined up here and showing you that I'm going to go off camera and glue all of my background down and map my photos. I'm also going to, and I show it here in just a moment, I'm going to take some white paint. I believe in the scrap lift, it's probably done with some sort of pink, I don't know if it's paint or some other sort of watercolor or something, but in the bottom right and then right under the photos, there is white paint. And so I'm going to mimic that on my layout. And so I have a dry brush and some white paint. And so I'm just loading up my brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of white paint that's going to come up underneath my photos. And then I'm also going to put it here in this bottom right corner, just like the sketch. So I believe I leave this all on camera. So just to show you, really simple mixed media, I'm just going to brush a little of this on. It kind of takes away a little bit of the busyness of that background pattern paper. And I will say this top part, a lot of it doesn't show up. The photos end up covering the majority of this, and I didn't go back and add any more. I also add, I don't think I do it on camera, but off camera I add white splatters, and I can tell you that they pretty much blended right into the background, or maybe I do it on camera. You don't actually see these. When it dried, you couldn't even tell that I did white splatters, I don't think. It pretty much dried, and you basically can't really see them. There might be kind of like water spots, but that's about it. So here I have let it dry, and I went and glued everything down, and now I have my photos in place, and it's just the fun part of embellishing. At this point, I stopped looking at the layout. I'm gonna have my embellishing around my photo. I don't have that other tag that's in the scrap lift that I'm doing. I'm just gonna have two embellishment clusters on either side of my photo, and then I am following sort of having the embellishment cluster down at the bottom. But apart from that, I don't look at this scrap lift again at this point. I'm just gonna kind of build my clusters here on camera, and then I do glue them down off camera. And I will say I do move some things around, so it doesn't stay exactly how you see me. I end up kind of just placing what I'm going to put in each cluster, and then off camera when I glue it down, I think I end up still moving things around. But you will see when I come back on, after I've got everything glued down, where I end up putting everything. But all the clusters stay in the same places, except for the cluster that is on the left side of the photo, that I moved down to the bottom of that left photo on the left. So apart from that, everything else stays in the same locations. just some of the florals and things like that. The colors just kind of move around. I did create my title using the alpha set from this collection. And so I am going to put my title up here on top of my photos. It's a little hard to see the yellow letters on the yellow paper. It's easier to see them in person, I think, than on camera. But in person, like I said, you can tell what it says very easily. It shows up really well. I just don't know if it comes across so well on camera. I am going to use just this alpha set here that I had in white for the word or, and I'm going to use a question mark as well that I'm also going to add to this. So basically the title is lemon or lime. And if you don't know what I have in both of those photos, I have Dole Whip from, I'm at Disney, and these are Dole Whips. The one on the left is a lime Dole Whip, and then the one on the right is the sort of traditional, authentic pineapple Dole Whip. And so I did lemon or lime. I am personally the classic version of the Dole Whip. I know they do all different versions now. Sometimes they'll have different flavors, but I am the traditionalist. I definitely love the pineapple one. It's still and always will be my favorite. But we did try the lime. It wasn't bad. Definitely tart. But yeah, still love the pineapple one. So once I get everything glued down, I am just going to come in here with some enamel dots in pink, yellow, and green and add 3 to each of my clusters. And that just adds a little bit of extra texture. I did kind of bend up the florals to add some height and a little bit of dimension to the flowers themselves. Everything else pretty much got glued down as it is on the page. And once those enamel dots go down, that's going to do it for this one. So still photos are coming up. Don't forget to check out the Instagram hop, see what everyone created. Go grab this collection while it's on sale. It is a great summer collection for all of your, lazy days of summer. So go check it out. And with that, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.